What is going on, everybody? It's Alex back with another video, and today we are talking about Sea of Thieves because we just got a whole bunch of information that gives us a lot of insight on what the game is going to be looking like over the next year. As always, I will have the full article down below so you guys can read it for yourself, but basically, Kotaku did an interview with Joe Neate, who is the executive producer of Sea of Thieves, and he gave a lot of information on basically the year 2 plan for Sea of Thieves. If you guys aren't aware with how the first year of Sea of Thieves went, it's kind of had its ups and downs. You know, there's a lot of aspects to the game that people really like, and there's a lot of aspects that people really don't like, and it has lost a lot of its player base because of the lack of options. There's been plenty of DLCs and free updates, which is really awesome. They really do seem to be catering towards the customer. However, it's not really enough to bring a whole lot of people back. I personally was really excited for Sea of Thieves, and I played it for a while, but kind of lost interest because there was a lack of content. It looks like that's all gonna change. Whether it's story missions or PvP, they're adding a lot to the game, and I think a lot of people are gonna be jumping back into it, and a lot of new people are gonna be starting to play the game. So the first thing they talked about in this interview is something called Tall Tales, which they describe as a questline of 9 stories that tasks players with locating the legendary shores of gold. So it sounds like you're gonna have to find islands that are hidden in fog, and the only way you're actually gonna be able to navigate through this fog is by finding an ancient artifact known as the Shroud Breaker. Apparently, locating the relic will involve tracing the efforts of lost pirate crews, delving into ruins, and interacting with characters in a much more comprehensive fashion than the game has done before. This is actually exciting me because I enjoyed the gameplay mechanics of Sea of Thieves at launch. However, I just felt like everything you were doing was exactly the same thing over and over again. Really, the only variation was if you actually got into a fight with another crew, but if you were just going through the missions, everything kind of felt exactly the same. With this, it just seems like a completely different experience in the same game that we love. So it sounds like the Tall Tales are going to be kind of the campaign that we never got. Apparently, there's going to be real storytelling, and Joe Neate even stated that they're trying to make it so that each tale triggers different emotions. He mentioned that there's a tale of fear, a tale of love, and then a whole bunch of actual adventure stories. Apparently, they even consulted films like Indiana Jones and the Goonies to make these adventure stories really interesting and evoke the emotions that they're trying to. He mentions that there's going to be completely new rewards and mechanics for these missions, including a collector's chest that allows players to haul tons of loot at once. So if you weren't aware of this, apparently most of the voice acting in the game is actually done by Rare's developers. Apparently they're going a lot more in depth with the NPCs, so they're actually going to be voiced by professionals and not just the developers. So they're adding a completely new faction to the game known as the Hunters Trading Corps. And basically this brings hunting and fishing into the game. We've been able to collect animals before, but this is actually, you know, finding and killing the animals and then selling them. For example, they talk about tracking down dozens of fish that you can sell for reputation and gold. However, you can also equip a cooking pot, which allows you to cook the fish and actually sell it for more value. If you want something a little bigger, a little more hectic action, you can actually fight off the Kraken or Sharp-Tooth Megalodon and exchange that for reputation as well. So it looks like we're going to be big game hunting as well. Also, something kind of cool for newer players: if you grinded out Sea of Thieves when the game first came out and you became a pirate legend, you had to max out all 5 factions. Apparently they're going to be updating the game where now all you have to do is max out 3 factions. So you'll be able to reach pirate legend much quicker, and you can really prioritize which factions you want to deal with. Although I'm actually really excited for all of this PvE content that they're adding. We've been getting a lot of PvE content, and honestly it hasn't really made me all that interested in going back to the game. However, something that has made me interested in going back to the game is the PvP mode, otherwise known as the Arena. So the Arena provides 24-minute matches where players compete to find treasure and sink each other's ships. Apparently, the whole idea of the Arena is to provide quick bursts of excitement instead of meandering voyages. There's really nothing in the game where you can just kind of like hop in for a little bit and hop out. You know, if you're playing Fortnite, you can just play one game, you know, half an hour and you're good. In Sea of Thieves, you kind of have to get lost for an hour or two at least before you can actually get anything done. The Arena kind of caters towards this. You'll just be able to hop in, be competitive, and then hop off in a very quick amount of time. So apparently an arena match, it'll be 5 teams of 4 players, each team sailing galleons around to locate treasure using maps granted at the start of the round. Digging up treasure grants silver, and turning in chests at designated stations will reward even more loot. So you can gain small rewards for actually killing players. However, that's not really the point. The point is to push players into an experience that's both a race and a massive naval battle instead of a simple deathmatch. Although I would kind kind of like to see a deathmatch. I'm still curious to see how this plays out. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Apparently, there's a faction for PvP known as the Sea Dogs, which includes a Sea Dogs tavern, which sounds like the social hub for the PvP mode. Apparently, in this tavern, players will be able to chill in a hot tub, hold up parchments with their score, and turn in rewards for unique cosmetics. Something that I found very interesting is apparently they're completely redoing the damage system of these boats. For example, aiming at the mast might knock it over and slow down ships, blasting the ship's wheel can limit maneuverability, so apparently they're adding new weapons such as the harpoon guns, which can help boarding or even enable ships to turn more quickly. Apparently they're focused on keeping it really balanced and even saying that there's always a chance of coming back. They even compare winning a game of the arena similar to a feeling of winning a game of PUBG or Fortnite. I really can't wait to get my hands on this, and it's right around the corner, April 30th, and this update is live, so we don't have to wait much longer. But it sounds like Sea of Thieves Year 2 is actually going to be providing a lot of new experiences, which I am really excited for. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you guys for the support. Peace out.
Didn't come to my birthday party, rude, but they all found time to go fight the warrior. Like this would be like some